Hey guys, another Black Projects 51 update. Um, Wanted to show you. I briefly mentioned it and showed you. Uh, I think in the last video, the video before that, about how I was going to make the chairs. Well, there it is. However, I did run into one problem. Now the chairs aren't finished. Okay, these V cutouts where I had to cut down to bend down the bottom part of the seat. And then I had to super glue that area and then add the, seat cushions, whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to put a headrest and, you know, other stuff. So the seats aren't done. There's two of them. Okay. And that's what it looks like. Also, what I found out when I was putting the front seat in is that sits too high. Let me put the back seat in too as well. You can see the difference. Well, I don't know. Maybe I was thinking that. Well, let me test something. I have to get the canopy to do it. So let me pause for a minute. Yeah. So the problem I'm running into, guys, is nothing in the back cockpit, fortunately, but all that interior structure here in the back and off to the side and all of that, when I go to push the seat down in there, it's interfering. So um, what I'm going to have to do is I will probably have to cut the whole bottom floor out. And then I will have to extend the sides and the back down, the front part where the legs go, I'm not concerned about. And fix that because it's not going to allow for my seats that I got going here. So, and I like the seats, and I'm not going to change it up. I'll fix that front cockpit because when I have the seat in there, it it doesn't it won't allow for the canopy to go all the way down because this old hinge point is hitting the top of it as well. But what I noticed is equally a problem is it won't allow the chair to go down there and sit properly. It's tilted at an angle. So um, that's my next project. So yeah, I told you guys this thing's going to go on for at least another 3 to 4 months. Um, when you're trying to modify existing structure and change things up, as I told you previously, it just it presents new problems, new issues. So I got to get that fixed because once I get that fixed, then I have to design the cockpit around or not the cockpit, but the instrument displays on the front and back cockpits. I want to make sure that everything is orientated to each other as it should be. And I can't do that until I get my seats installed properly and um, all that. So, yeah, that's where I'm at, guys. Gotta, you know, I really like the. Too bad we're not going to be able to see the backs of the seats because it's a cool feature. But I'm going to be adding some details, maybe. Um, there will be more details added to it, but to make them look like a proper ejection seat, I was going to put uh, the launch rail for the ejection seat behind the seat and all that, but I may not be able to do that or come up with I might have to come up with just a different design that won't push the seats too far forward. I'm not concerned about the back cockpit because I got room to spare, I think. It's the front cockpit that may cause me some problems. So I may even have to cut this dash out up to where you see these little knob things and then cut it across and then, back down and remove it and make where these bumps are and make a flat panel right at the aft edge of it. I don't know. I'll see because I want to do what I want to do, and if I have to modify it to get it done, well, then that's what's going to happen. Of course, I may not even have to cut it that far forward if I want extra room. Maybe just a 1/4 inch would give me what I might need. So, yeah, it's a work in progress, guys, as I said. And what I could probably do, I've already ground that down some. I'm talking about the old hinge point. Um, I'm going to grind it down way more. Yeah, because I'm just studying it here and looking at what I got here, and I should be able to grind that thing way down and not have it affect at least to where you see the ends of the pins right there. If I take it down to you know, the top edge of that pin, grind this down, that should give me extra clearance. So I'll be doing that. I'm definitely going to have to uh, rework the front cockpit tub. So, yeah. And I had to study it and I had to match up where, the fuselage halves so I could see. I, I matched up the back end and then I slightly tilted down and I wanted to see whatever infrastructure was in the bottom, like the front wheel well, wasn't going to interfere with the cockpit if I had to move it forward or make it larger or whatever. And it looks like it's not going to be an issue. So, yeah. The joy of uh, scratch building, kit bashing, modifications, all that kind of stuff, all the fringe stuff that some of us model builders engage in. Um, yeah, and I still got to finish putting the transparencies in the cockpit. Haven't got around to that, but I got to get these cockpit tubs straightened out first. But, you know, I'm really digging the seats. I think the seats are going to look very cool. And yeah, just got to decide on what kind of details I can add to the seats without causing other issues. Because I think one of the most difficult things I have ahead of me is designing the cockpit displays and getting them done. Um, So yeah. Um, oh, I do. Today's my wife's birthday, so I probably won't be doing much. She's at the gym swimming right now, so um, when she gets back, I'm gonna take her out to lunch or dinner or whatever she wants to do for her birthday. And in the meantime, I think I will run out and go get her a gift card. Not a gift card, but a birthday card, because my wife is one of those people. She's very easy to please. She, she doesn't want you spending lots of money on things. She's just as happy with spending time with me and going and having a nice meal. So I guess that's what we'll do. Whatever else she may want to do if something pops up. So, yep. So, cockpit modifications on the front cockpit, whatever design elements I want to add to the seats, because I want to make them ejection seats. And, it's, I'm debating on whether or not the pilot figures, because models like this look really cool when they have a well done pilot figure uh, in sitting in the cockpit. So even if I only do one of them, like usually the front seater will get in, then the back seater will get in, typically from my experience in the military. But there is no real order, I don't think. It just the pilot has first approach to the airplane, basically. So, yeah, flying saucer project will commence probably tomorrow or maybe later tonight. It just depends on how the day goes and what my beloved wants to do. So, I was just talking to a contractor about a roof leak too. It doesn't sound like it's something terribly complicated. Hopefully, not crazy expensive. So, plus, I forgot to make a mortgage payment last month. So, in the last 2 days, I've made two payments of over $1,800 each for a mortgage. I know some of you are probably thinking that's all your mortgage is. Yeah, it was once higher than that, and through a bunch of stuff I'm not going to go into back and forth and blah blah blah. It yeah, the payment went down fortunately. So, anyways, guys, I will have more for you in the near future, Lord willing, and I will share my progress. And like I said, my two main projects now is the X-wing number one, the Area 51 UFO project that I'm doing for myself, and Hulk Buster's up on the shelf finally, and he looks good sitting up there. He's right up there. So yeah, and then I'm going to do an experimental video on my phone. I used to make all my videos on my phone, but I stopped doing it, and I'm going to see if I now I'll still do some of my videos like I'm doing now, but I will do some from a different vantage point, like looking this direction instead of looking that direction, because it's a nicer view, and you guys will be able to see, um, well, my my command post here. So yeah, um, I forgot how challenging scale modeling can be when you go outside the box in your thinking and in your efforts. Because, yeah, this thing has already presented several challenges which I've worked around. But yeah, so with that, guys, peace. Have a great weekend. I know we're coming up on the weekend. It's Wednesday today, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah, happy modeling. Peace. As soon as I get my mouse activated, and there it goes.